When somebody gives you money and you did not agree when they will get their money back or when they will exit their investment, for venture capital and private equity, it's easier because from the get-go, you know they're only going to give you their money. Their money will only stay in your business for 5 years or 7 years, right? But when it's not discussed, it can be harder. So let me discuss some options that you may have. If you have an equity investor in your business and your business has come to a point where you are now happy, you want to gain back ownership of the business, you can propose a buyout where you value the company, value the stake of the investor, and buy them out either instantly or over time. So if that person owns 20% of your company, you make them an offer to buy out their 20%. You pay them money to buy out their 20%. That is an option. That is something that you can play, right? Other options usually are if the investor is a passive investor. Somebody has 20% or 40% of your company, passive investor, doesn't disturb how you run the company, doesn't interfere in your decisions, is aligned with your vision, oftentimes helps in terms of giving you guidance, advice, helps with contacts. You're enjoying the relationship because it's passive. The person is not in your way. As long as you are paying your dividends. Dividends mean whenever you make profits, profit is owned by the owners of the business. So if you own 40% of a company, you are entitled to 40% of the profit. So as long as you are paying your dividends when you're supposed to pay, and the person is a passive investor, no problem. Where issues arise would be when there is contention or conflict among the owners of the business, right? And sometimes the conflicts can get to a level where they are irreconcilable or very difficult. And the expedient thing will be to sell the company. So you sell the business, share whatever, and then you can go and start another company. That might be the only way to get rid of the person. So I'm just explaining exit so that taking the money is easy. It's usually easier than exiting, particularly for equity. But how you exit, you have to think about the end from the beginning. That's why I'm showing you this. You need to think about the end of that relationship from the beginning. If I take this person's money, how can I get back my equity stake? Because if you don't define it from the beginning, it can be difficult to change course midway, particularly if the person is not interested in leaving. And the person is being a bone in your neck. How do you get rid of that person? If you're interested in learning more about the topics I offer when it comes to starting, building, and growing a business, this is your opportunity to join my community. It's known as the BMG. I provide extensive courses on different topics and challenges that afflict business owners, from how to optimize your profits, how to manage costs, how to boost your sales, how to develop processes, how to scale your business. There's a whole lot that I can teach you. If you want to go deeper into my content, this is your chance. Go to the link on your screen right now, jointhebmg.com.